Hi, I'm John with Hanger Woodshop, and today we're going to review the Milescraft sanding block. If you're anything like me, you've collected a lot of sanding products. I have a few belt sanders, one for larger surfaces, one for a narrow belt sander. I've got sanding blocks, I have more sandpaper than I know what to do with, random orbital, vibration sander, and a few different sanding block variations here. What I used to go to before I started diversifying my sanders is I had this block and I had this vibration sander. And I have the same issue with both of them. How you load the sandpaper onto the block and onto the sander. In this case, I have a little clip where you load the sandpaper in, and in this case, you have little prongs that hold the sandpaper. And what I've found is after you cut down the sandpaper and you load the sandpaper onto the block or into the sander, you can't quite get it as tight as you'd like it. And then it doesn't last long because the first thing to wear out are the edges, because sandpaper is pretty thin, and when you bend it over, you find it cracking the sand layer of the sandpaper. So the first thing to go is the edge, and then it rips, and before you know it, you've got to go back and cut another sheet of sandpaper and load it in. So I wanted to find a better solution, and what I found is this Milescraft sanding block. It's actually extremely durable, and the reason why is it uses a belt sander. And you have this quick release tab here, and the belt just slides right off. And why I like this is the belt sander is made out of fabric, so it's much more difficult to wear out the edge. But if you do wear out the edge, all you have to do is take it off, rotate it, and slide it back on, lock it back down, and now you have a clean edge to work with, and it lasts a very, very long time. It's made out of a hard plastic, I believe it's HDPE, and you have different surfaces on here. So you've got the rounded edge, you have a large flat edge, you have the narrow tip, and then different smaller faces as well. And what I found is this is my go-to sanding block for those quick little jobs where you need to just take off an edge, or just one for having sitting around. I actually have two of these. So I've got one with an 80 grit paper and one with 120 grit paper. And I'm actually probably going to buy a third, and I'm going to load it permanently with 150 or 200 grit sandpaper as well. So I could just go through the different grits easily and quickly. Even though it is quick to switch them out, it'd be easier to just have them there. This sanding block, when I bought it, was about $12, and then it was another $3 or $4 for a couple more belts of sand paper. And for the money, this is one of the best products I've gotten recently, and it's definitely been value added to my wood shop. If you're interested in taking a look at this, I've included a link down below the video for both the sanding block and for the extra sanding paper. And let me know what you think about it. One thing it's not that I don't like it, is since it's a hard plastic, sometimes when you're doing the edges, it doesn't quite round over the way I'm used to, or I would like. In those cases, I'll find myself going towards the foam sanding block, so I can get that nice kind of cushion around the edge, and it gives me a little bit more of a uniform surface. So this is really good for those flat surfaces, or for the larger angled or curved surfaces as well. But either way, this is one of the best sanding blocks I've ever used, and I highly recommend it. So hope that helps. Again, Milescraft sanding block. Follow that link down below. It doesn't cost you any extra, but it does help out the shop. So thank you, and come back for the next video.